The snow in the mountains was melting and Bunny had been dead for several weeks before we came to understand the gravity of our situation. He'd been dead for 10 days before they found him. My name is Richard Paypen. I am 28 years old and I had never seen New England or Hampton College until I was 19. I am a Californian by birth. I grew up in Plano, a small Silicon village in the north. No sisters, no brothers. My father ran a gas station and my mother stayed at home until I got older and times got tighter and she went to work, answering phones in the office of one of the big chip factories outside San Jose. It was 2 years old, this brochure. In high school a lot of colleges had sent me things because I did well on my SATs, though unfortunately not well enough to warrant much in the way of scholarships, and this one I had kept in my geometry book throughout my senior year. Hampton College, Hampton, Vermont. Even the name had an austere Anglican cadence, to my ear at least, which yearned hopelessly for England and was dead to the sweet dark rhythms of the little mission towns. It never occurred to me that my particular room, wherever it might be, would be anything but ugly and disappointing, and it was with something of a shock that I saw it for the first time. A white room with big north-facing windows, monkish and bare, with scarred oak floors. A group of red-cheeked girls playing soccer, ponytails flying, their shouts and laughter carrying faintly over the velvety, twilit field. Trees creaking with apples, fallen apples red on the grass beneath, the heavy sweet smell of apples rotting on the ground and the steady thrumming of wasps around them. The shock of first seeing a birch tree at night, rising up in the dark as cool and slim as a ghost. And the nights, bigger than imagining, black and gusty and enormous, disordered and wild with stars. I was planning to sign up for Greek again, as it was the only language at which I was at all proficient. I walked along briskly, looking at the closed doors, one that had a brass card holder and, within it, an engraved card that read Julian Morrow. I stood there for a moment and then I knocked, 3 short raps. A minute or so passed, and another, and then the white door opened just a crack. A face looked out at me. It was by no means a young face, and the hair was snow white. 4 boys and a girl, they were nothing so unusual at a distance. At close range though, they were an arresting party. 2 of the boys wore glasses, curiously enough the same kind, tiny, old-fashioned, with round steel rims. The 3rd boy was the most exotic of the set. Angular and elegant, he was precariously thin, with nervous hands and a shrewd albino face and a short, fiery mop of the reddest hair I had ever seen.
Charles and Camilla Macaulay. All of them, to me, seemed highly unapproachable, but I watched them with interest whenever I happened to see them.